Do places actually hire people anymore, or is this all some sick, elaborate joke? Just moved across the country and spent the bulk of my savings because I was of the delusion that, with 5 years customer service experience, cash handling experience, retail experience, food service experience, supervisory experience, and complete open availability, I'd be able to land a job fairly easily. And I'm talking basic retail or food service jobs. I'm not applying for anything that requires a degree or that I'm wildly unqualified for. I'm not even trying to be a manager supervisor despite having that experience on my resume. I can't get hired in an entry-level position at seemingly any of the 20 places I've applied to. And all I have to show for it is exactly one 5-minute phone interview which, as you can probably figure, elected not to hire me. Is this some kind of sick joke? No matter how clean my resume is, how composed my cover letters are, how polite I am, I can't even get an email saying sorry. The position has been filled. It isn't like I can go fuck off to Europe. Because again, I spent all my money coming out here and I like it here. Outside of the job market, if I had the means to, I'd just enroll in school at this point, since the only thing I ostensibly lack is a degree. But I don't have the means to pay my bills while in school. Nor does my family. I don't know what I hope to gain by posting this. I feel like I'm beyond advice. I just needed to vent. Because I can barely take this anymore. Many advertised jobs are not really hiring anyone. Edit in many larger cities this is causing problems as many scam artists are using the promise of employment to harvest personal information and perform identity theft. I work at a grocery store as a cashier, and we are down to maybe 15 employees in the service area, compared to 75 when I first started a couple years ago. The managers say there are no open positions. It's like that in other departments as well. They are working existing employees to utter exhaustion instead of hiring more people. There are barely enough employees to keep the store open. Bruh, my best friend is dealing with this now. Thankfully he has some BS security job to get by. But he had a full bachelor's degree, years of experience in various fields. He's put in about 1,500 apps and nothing. From NY to Los Angeles. Praying for you both. It's sad out here. Late stage capitalism is legit failing, lol. My grocery store has been increasingly short-staffed for well over a year in every department. When our cake decorator, only one in the bakery, went on maternity leave, they just shrugged at our pleas for any help, while also complaining about us working overtime and having occasional help from other stores coming over. Our assistant store director got shuffled out and the new one is actually working on hiring people, which is suddenly able to happen really quickly when someone is actively trying. Some ads aren't even for urgent hire or actual needs, but to continue to look for better people or upgrades, as some crass manager told me once. So there's no urgency from the employer side, just muddying the waters with their what-ifs. Sick game to play. I'm seeing 300 applicants per open spot on a lot of white-collar engineering data product type jobs right now. We're rapidly slipping into a recession. Nobody wants to hire anymore. It took me 6 months to find a minimum wage job. I also have years of retail, sales, and supervisory experience, plus degrees. I was completely ignored by 90 of the companies I applied to. The hiring managers who did actually reach out to me ghosted me. I finally got a new job and have been there for 3 weeks now. I didn't even apply for it. I have no idea how I even got hired. I'm currently job hunting again. Let's see who isn't hiring, but has ads up. You have the wrong area code in your phone number, and your resume says you just moved. Low IQ HR drones red flag that claiming you won't like where you moved to and will quit and move back. They would rather hire someone who will get quit or obviously fired for another reason. I'm not being sarcastic at all, BTW. Trust me on this nonsense. I know this one very, very well. And given the turnover in these places, I don't know why we need an HR. They should just give everyone a chance. They may do better. It's all the law of large numbers right now. I hire for a manufacturing company that pays decent and we get around 30-60 applicants per spot. Reach out to the hiring manager and tell them you are interested. More likely than not, that makes their life easier and should increase your interview count. No clue what's going on, but my production manager has been 120 hours short on labor for months. Has had an ad going on Indeed for months. And hasn't reviewed or hired any candidates in months. Yet bitches about labor non-stop. Shrug. It's insane. I check postings daily and there are never less than 200 applicants for anything. In addition, I've noticed wages are dropping again. In my field in my area, $20 hour is average. I haven't seen a posting for more than $17 hour in a year. And I saw some $15s yesterday. And I know people are short-staffed. It's some bullshit. Someone's getting rich. I'm dealing with this exact same issue. I've never experienced anything like it. You might be overqualified. Could just be poor luck. Make sure you apply to fresh job openings. Not stale ones that have been open for weeks or months. Try applying to more senior roles or try adjusting your roles to make yourself more junior looking on your resume if you think you're being passed over for being overqualified. Employers are looking to get the best value, and if you are more qualified than the rest of the applicants, they may expect you to be more expensive. Try looking into other industries that aren't the default job for everyone the way that food, service, and retail are. You're competing against a huge crowd there, and the people doing the hiring are literally overwhelmed with applications. For instance, I work in pest control and have for 15 years. We are constantly in need of good people with customer service skills. You do have to be able to pass an easy state exam. But we'll train anyone regardless of education or experience. Once you're licensed, you're basically set for life and hireable at any company. Most of my guys make $24.35 hour. You're in the overqualified quantum realm. Employers know you know what you're worth and don't want to bother. Or the managers in charge of hiring see someone more qualified than themselves and are threatened. In my experience, the degree doesn't do much for your prospects. I've been applying to jobs since this time last year. I found a low-paying job that was meant to be temporary to pay my bills while living at my parents' house until I could find a decent-paying job and move back out. But here we are. The only time I hear back, it's a scam. I work in sales for a major job website. Basically, my job is to research and cold call companies I see with job postings up on other sites, in an attempt to get them to advertise with us. I get the "oh, we just have those open" to collect resumes. We're not currently hiring. It's stupid, and they're absolutely wasting people's time getting their hopes up for nothing. Try a temp agency. I've used them in tight spots in the past and have even landed full-time gigs from them. It's worth a shot. Try letting ChatGPT reword your resume to match the job description of the exact position you're applying to. If you're using Indeed or similar job posting sites to apply, the best way to get your application through their filters is to let the robots talk to each other. It's all about SEO and keywords, meta tags, and all that shit.